Got that fire inside, we're rising up to shine. This is our time, yeah. We're feeling so divine. Oh, we're thriving, we're vibrant, bold and free. Women owning midlife, just you wait and see. Dance through the changes with a heart so strong. This is our anthem. Come and sing along.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the very first episode of Not Your Mother's Midlife. I'm your host, Johanna Hart, and these first few episodes are going to focus more on our hormonal journey as women. It's going to sound more like a mini lesson. We'll get into the other topics down the road, but for today, we're kicking things off with the wild journey of our hormones, from puberty's big bang to menopause's grand finale. Let's start way back at puberty. You remember the drill. 1 minute you're a kid, the next you're standing in front of the mirror looking at a pimple, wondering why everything feels so weird. I hated it. I hated growing boobs. Well, they were just big fat nipples in the beginning, really. I just felt so self-conscious. I remember being at the park one day, seeing a girl a few years younger than I was. I think I was in 6th grade. I remember thinking, I wish I could tell her how lucky she is to not be starting puberty. I was so jealous and I wanted to go back and be a little girl again. Anyway, my ovaries were in the driver's seat at that point and had flipped the switch to on. So what was happening? Estrogen comes roaring in, growing your hips, your boobs, your whole future womanly self. Progesterone joins the party once you start ovulating, prepping your body for pregnancy every month. And let's not forget testosterone. We've got some of that too, and it triples during puberty. Triples. Puberty's a hormonal explosion. Then the dreaded period arrives on the scene. Probably be, I don't know, between 11 and 14 years old for most of us. It's so awkward in the beginning. I'm hiding massive pads in your school bag. My mum used to put mine in a brown paper bag. I'd stealthily carry it to the bathroom like I was smuggling heroin. Trying to open that bag quietly was impossible. You can imagine how slowly I did it. It was like opening a bag of chips in a movie theater. It was an all-girls school too. We were all going through the same thing, but it was just so embarrassing and so secretive. Thank goodness it gets easier as you get older. Anyway, back to the hormones. Estrogen and progesterone are like a power duo. Estrogen regulates the menstrual cycle each month. It also supports bone health by helping maintain bone density. It affects mood and brain function, playing a role in emotional regulation and even memory. It keeps your skin and hair healthy by helping with collagen production. Progesterone prepares the uterus for pregnancy. After ovulation, it thickens the lining of the uterus, the endometrium, so a fertilized egg can implant. If no pregnancy happens, progesterone drops, causing the uterine lining to shed. And that's your period. Progesterone also regulates mood and can have a calming, almost sedative effect. It supports breast tissue development, especially in preparation for possible breastfeeding. It maintains bone and brain health, though less so than estrogen. So estrogen kicks off the cycle and body changes, while progesterone plays more of a supporting role, especially when it comes to fertility and pregnancy. Testosterone is an important part of the balancing act too. It maintains muscle mass and bone density. Even though estrogen does the heavy lifting, testosterone supports it. It helps with healthy brain function, including memory, focus, and mood. And of course, we all know it affects libido and sexual function. Time passes, and now we're in our 20s and 30s. For most women, our bodies are humming along quite nicely. Looking back, I wish I'd soaked up my 20s and 30s more, but I was too busy popping out 5 babies and pretending that I'd never age. Then comes the friggin' curveball. For some women, it's in their late 30s. For others, it's in their early 40s. And for some of us, just getting a taste of it in our 50s. Things start shifting. Welcome to that phase I didn't even know existed. Perimenopause. I don't know why I find that to be such an ugly word. I guess I find all the female words unattractive. Vulva, vagina. Anyway, it's like reverse puberty. Estrogen levels fluctuate, sometimes high, sometimes low, and often unpredictable. The ovaries are winding down. Your egg supply declines. Ovulation, releasing the egg, becomes less regular or stops happening altogether. Since estrogen production is tied to ovulation and the menstrual cycle, your body starts making estrogen inconsistently, sometimes too much, sometimes too little. When ovulation is skipped, then less progesterone is made. Estrogen still shows up, but without progesterone to balance it, the hormone mix gets off kilter, skew if you will. In short, your hormonal system is still trying to cycle, but it's getting more chaotic because the ovaries are nearing retirement. Your period might become unpredictable, heavier one month, lighter the next, or skipping one and having you freak out and reach for a pregnancy test. During this phase, if you have high estrogen but not enough progesterone to balance it, you may experience breast tenderness or swelling, heavy periods or clotting, bloating, irritability, anxiety and mood swings, headaches or migraines, trouble sleeping, increased PMS symptoms, sometimes worse than you've ever had before. On the other hand, if you have low estrogen, when your ovaries skip a beat and estrogen production dips, you may experience hot flashes or night sweats, fatigue or low energy, low mood, sadness or depression-like feelings, brain fog or forgetfulness, vaginal dryness, low sex drive, dry skin or thinning hair. Gosh, it all sounds so fabulous. We're so lucky. Sometimes this crash comes right after a high estrogen phase, which is why perimenopause can feel like an emotional and physical roller coaster. For some, it can start and then be as short as 1 to 2 years. It can also go on for 4 to 8 years or stretch out for frickin' 10 years or more. Your body is warming up for the big shutdown, the plug being pulled out of the socket, the last performance of the ovaries. Menopause. Equally ugly word. Why couldn't they just call it something cute? Officially, it's 12 months without a period. Your ovaries take a bow, estrogen, progesterone tank, testosterone's barely whispering. No more periods, no more PMS. Sounds like freedom, right? But those hormones were the stars of the show behind the scenes. Estrogen has a head in almost every system in the body, way more than just periods and reproduction. Our whole body relies on it. Here's some exciting stuff to look forward to. Thinning skin can welcome bladder changes, increased risk of UTIs, or urgency and control issues. It also, oh God, it all sounds so depressing. It's also going to cause dryness and wrinkles because collagen production drops. You might notice joint aches, stiffness, and more inflammation. Bone density loss increases the risk of osteoporosis. Without progesterone's calming effect, some women feel more anxious, wired, or restless. They find it hard to stay asleep and have racing thoughts at 3 a.m. Testosterone doesn't drop off suddenly, though. It's a gradual decline, and some women still make a decent amount post-menopause. If it's low, you'll feel less interested in not only desiring sex, but rarely even thinking about it. You might have reduced energy or motivation, muscle loss or weakness, or find it hard to build muscles. So basically, menopause impacts your bones, brain, skin, sex, and mood, your whole life, really, and relationships. It's great. Is it all doom and gloom? Is this just something we have to succumb to? No. Your adrenals and fat tissue can still make a bit of estrogen, but there's so much more you can do to keep thriving. If you've powered through and you're on the other side, 12 months without a period, you can still do so much to support your body so it doesn't rapidly age and deteriorate. We really need to tell our daughters and young friends in your 20s and 30s, feed your hormones, more protein, good fats. In your 40s, lift weights. If you haven't already been doing it, trust me, your bones will thank you. It's not about staying young forever. It's about staying juicy. Body, brain, skin, energy, relationships, all of it. So that's the basic hormone story. Puberty to menopause in one bite-sized chunk. Next week, we'll focus more on menopause. Something to look forward to. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this, share it with somebody who you think might love it too. Drop me your thoughts or ideas for future episodes. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to the podcast and my YouTube channel. Find all the links in the show notes. And until next week, I'm Johanna Hart, and this is not your mother's midlife. Bye-bye.